to talk about the CNN debate that just happened between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton in the city of Flint, Michigan on March 6th. Now, as a Bernie Sanders supporter, I think that Bernie Sanders, going into this debate, I was guessing that he was going to win the debate, but I never expected for him to do so well during this debate. If this was a basketball game, Bernie Sanders would have 120 points during the final buzzer, and Hillary would have like second quarter points. She'd have like 50 points, at the end of the fourth quarter. And I mean, it was just, he just dominated throughout the whole entire debate. And, he made clear, distinct distinctions. Well, that sounded funny. On why he is the better candidate and why his policies are for the American people and not the 0.001% and not corporations that donate to our politicians, which is indirect bribery, in my opinion. And Hillary Clinton, it's like you can just see in her face, like, oh my goodness, like he is, he's coming at my neck. It's like he was just like, I mean, just from the get go, hit hard on the points that matter. He talked about like NAFTA, for instance. Under the Clinton administration, a lot of people say, well, you shouldn't attack Hillary Clinton for the policy decisions of her husband. And I disagree with that because, Hillary Clinton, unlike other first ladies, was actively politically lobbying for her husband's policies during his administration and, while he was campaigning to get elected. So it is fair to attack Hillary Clinton for Bill Clinton's mistakes. And also, with the, what else was it? Glass-Steagall was repealed under the Bill Clinton administration, which is partially responsible for the '08 economic crisis or the recession that happened. And then, there's just so many things that he hit hard on. And then also, and then obviously, since it's in the city of Flint, Michigan, which due to a Republican governor whose name is Rick Snyder, and his gross negligence and just complete disregard for human life, 100,000 people have lead contaminated, drinking water, and they still have to pay their freaking bills, which blows my mind away that people who are drinking water that literally looks like piss are still being sent water bills by the water department. It just blows my mind away. And obviously both candidates, did pretty well on that question. I think Bernie Sanders, I think that he was a little. I think he had a better position on how to solve the crisis because he said that when the local and state government fail or are not doing their jobs, then he said that I guarantee you that the federal government will step in and do their job. Because it's the government's job to protect the American people, and when the local and state parts of our government don't do what they're supposed to be doing, then it's on the federal government to make that up or whatever. And then also he talked about like racial issues such as the war on drugs, mass incarceration. Obviously, he's a better candidate than Hillary Clinton. And then also he explained to why he voted for the 1994 crime bill. And because a lot of people have been saying that, Sanders supporters are hypocrites for attacking Hillary for that, for a lot of the tough on crime legislation when Bernie signed the 1994 crime bill. And he says that, hey, look, a lot of the stuff in these bills, there's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad, but there was a provision that was, the Violence Against Women's Act, and there was a ban on, assault rifles, which I personally, in my own personal opinion, I don't want to have to ban guns. I just want to have background checks, and I think that there should be like some sort of gun registry. But, he voted for that bill because of those provisions, and he strongly disagreed with the other provisions in the bill. And he says that, for me voting for that bill was a very tough choice. But, Hillary Clinton, their whole entire platform was tough on crime. Let's make people who are criminals and don't have a lot of times, any economic opportunities. They're born into shitty situations. And that's not excusing people for criminal behavior, but, they paint the picture of them, of these people being like monsters or whatever. But all you need to do is just give them opportunity, give them, a chance to move up in life. And I guarantee you that most drug dealers will not be doing what they're doing. I know a lot of drug dealers because I went to an inner city high school, and they tell me like, "Hey, Chris, if I could, go back and change my past, I would be doing what you're doing." But it's just like, they'll tell me like, no one in my family went to college. No one told me to, do good in school. I had to hustle and sell drugs to put food on the table. And, that's a lot of people live in those circumstances. And then, he also talked about healthcare, making college affordable or free through taxing the 0.01%. And it's just so many things that he did so well, because every time that Hillary tried to, attack him on a certain issue, he was able to, have an argument a rebuttal against what she was saying. I couldn't ask for more from this debate from Bernie Sanders. I think that based off this debate and how well he did, he will carry the state of Michigan by maybe like 5 or 10 percentage points. And a lot of people are saying that Michigan is a solid Hillary right now. But the problem with that, and I've seen articles that say that the way that they do polling is that they do landlines only in Michigan. And you guys can, quote me if I'm wrong or whatever, but 60% of people who are under the age of 29 do not have a landline in their household, and they have dedicated their cell phone only. And that's a huge chunk of Bernie Sanders' biggest support base is young people. And in the next age bracket, it's the same thing. They don't have landlines either. I don't have a landline. I do, but I don't have a cell phone connected to it. I just have it because it's cheaper with like my cable or whatever. It's they knock off like $10 if you just have a landline, and I'm like, okay, well, might as well do it anyways. And so this debate, in closing, I think that Sanders will win the state of Michigan. I have a very, very strong, opinion on that matter. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video. Share this video. Comment. Tell me how you think both of the candidates did. And enjoy your evening. And remember, go out and vote and feel the burn, baby. Because I'm definitely feeling the burn. I hope other people feel the burn in a good way. So thanks.